Hey everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. My name is Jake, and it is time for new release roundup number 33. Yes, the double threes, baby. We've got a stack of goodies to show off. I didn't even count this time to see how many we got, but we do have two stacks. I guess I shouldn't show off the spines. Here's stack number one, like so. A lot of good beefy box sets. We've got some Vincent, we've got some Umbrella, we've got some Criterion editions. Here is stack number two. We got some glorious Steelbooks. You got some looks at what I have to show off today. That's fine. There's no secrets here. I just kind of like to leave people a little bit in suspense. And I also like to look at the spines while I'm talking to you about what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to pick. If you like these type of collection edition videos, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that fun YouTube jargon. And I'm gonna go over one of the releases that I have actually seen already. And that one, my friends, because I have not talked about this yet, is Roadhouse. This is Arrow Video UK. I got this from themovieroom.com. If you want to get this to add to your collection as well, make sure you go to themovieroom.com, use my discount code STEELBOOK10, save 10% off everything on the website. I love getting imported stuff from the Movie Room because they take all the headache and work out of it. They do all the work. They just ship it to me, and it's great. And believe it or not, this is the first time I have ever watched Roadhouse. Never in my life did anybody ever tell me, you need to watch Roadhouse, Jake. And now I'm telling all of you that you need to watch Roadhouse. If this is not a sign from the heavens, if you've never seen it like myself, this is such a fun, dumb, schlocky movie that is so damn enjoyable. Put a smile on my face, numerous occasions. Patrick Swayze's amazing. Sam Elliott is... he came down from the heavens in this movie. He looks like a drugged out Fabio in the best way possible. Here is my Letterboxd review for you. I ended up giving this like a 4.5 out of 5, something like that. I could not believe how amazing this was. A Joel Silver produced joint. There's a couple more of those in this stack that I will talk about. But what he has always been good at is going above and beyond when it comes to explosions in action movies. And I gotta tell you, the explosions and everything else in this 4K release are phenomenal. Again, I don't have the Vinegar Syndrome one. I can't compare and contrast. I can only talk about what this edition looked like on my OLED in my 4K player. And wow, I could not believe the amount of greatness I was watching. Some scenes aren't as sharp as others, but when they are super zoomed in and like you can see, you know, the pores, the facial expressions, the explosions looked so damn good. The way that really only 4K can show those suckers off. There's special features in here that are also great. It took me one day to watch the movie, and then I had the special features on in the background. I looked a few times over because there's a great making of special feature in here. It's about an hour-ish long. I love that. I ate so much of that up. There are a lot of great ones in here. So I do have to say this right up front. The Blu-ray is region locked, which stinks because there are some special features I couldn't sink my teeth into. But the 4K had so many great special features. Like I said, it has the making of Roadhouse, making of documentary that was made, I want to say, for this release. It looked like a lot of the other special features that were made for this. There's a conversation with the director. There is a talk about the music of Roadhouse, which the blind guy, Jeff Healey, I have been going on a deep dive of his music because I liked what that type of music brought to this movie. Very, very fun. The movie's just fun. The movie is just a fun time. I want to watch it now with friends because none of my friends, to my knowledge, have ever seen Roadhouse. And if they have, they've never talked to me about it. And I want to talk anybody's ear off about Roadhouse that I possibly can. Highly recommend. If you've never seen Roadhouse, go check it out. Next up, let's go over one of the Umbrella Entertainment releases, huh? There's a couple of good box sets this month, and here's one of them. The new Extremities Collection, Volume 1. They've already announced Volume 2, which is crazy. Volume 2 has movies I've never heard of before, but if they're anything like the ones that are in Volume 1, we are in for a treat, my friends, because Volume 1 has some effed up movies, let me tell you. First up, I think I can show this. I have another box set in my collection of Martyrs from Umbrella. You can't show that artwork off. It's intense. And Martyrs just in general is an intense movie. Lore on my channel is that my wife picked this movie out for us to watch on our anniversary. She likes the messed up shit. She's always watching the true crime documentaries. She likes listening to a lot of those type of podcasts. Yeah, this movie is weird, but it's beautifully shot. There are some very haunting pieces of imagery that are just now cemented and just ink jetted, printed on my head that I'll never be able to get out. I should have said tattooed. I don't know why I did not. Here's a little shot of things to come on the inside here. All of these are Blu-rays, which is nice. It's not bad. You could always say, I wish this was 4K, but at least all of these are getting like a new nice edition like this in one box set. Next up, we have High Tension, which I can't remember if I've seen this movie, but I've had to have because I remember the big saw blade that girl is holding right there. Very, very memorable stuff. There's the back here. Nice shot of special features. I've not watched any of them from this set yet. That's why I haven't done reviews of them. Life has been very hectic as of late. And yeah, I'm just along for the ride. I'm pumping out as much stuff as I possibly can. Here is High Tension poster artwork number 1. And Switchblade Romance. Not quite sure if that is what that is from, honestly. I don't know. Let's continue on because I don't know. There's 2 more movies in this collection. First up, we have Frontiers. I want to say Second Sight put out an edition. I can't remember if it was 4K or Blu-ray. I want to say it was Blu-ray, and I want to say that Blu-ray is region locked. I know the Blu-ray is region locked if it is Blu-ray. But one good thing about Umbrella is that even though their editions say Region B right here, there's never been a release of theirs that I've put in my Region A player that has not played, which is phenomenal. I don't know how they get away with it, but I'm not going to shout it from the mountaintops that loudly because I want them to continue to get away with it. My region free player broke a couple of months ago. I have not bought a new one, and it sucks that I even have to do that in 2025. Region locking is stupid. It always has been stupid, but now with 4Ks being region free, it's even more stupid. I hate it. It's dumb. There's a poster in this one as well. If any of these Umbrella Entertainment releases sound good to you, you can go to their website. It's in the description below. Use my discount code SteelBook15 to save 15% on their website. Boom, there is the Frontiers poster. Here's the Martyrs poster. That's safe to show off, so that's good. This is the poster artwork that I think of when I think of Martyrs. And on the inside, Jesus, can I, let me take this disc out. Let me see if I can showcase, I can, just a whole bunch of like raining blood. Can you see that? Raining blood. Anyone? God, I can't remember if I don't think I've seen Frontiers at all. At least I've heard of Frontiers because of that Second Sight release. But last but not least, here's the movie that I have not even heard of in this collection. And that, I can't show you anything else besides the front of this one. Anatomy of Hell. There's so much nudity in this movie from what I can tell on the inside, from what I can tell on the back images that they decide to choose. Evocative and provocative. Anatomy of Hell, directed by Catherine, I don't know your last name, explores the boundaries of intimacy, sexuality, and human vulnerability. We get it, okay? You know what you're getting yourself into. It also comes with a hardbound book that I will never read in my life, but I know that there are some people in this community that love them a good book. So there's that for you. Put all of these goodies into visual essays that I can watch on the special features. I will always dig deep in there. I will not read a page of this, even though I feel like Martyrs would have some good things to say. Like, here's a Martyrs piece that I cannot show you because of nudity. That's the image that I'm thinking of with High Tension right there. Give me a nice picture book, okay? Picture books are great. that's a good way for me to like flip through and be like, oh yeah, this movie does rock. When I see words, I'm like, I'm not going to spend so much time to read a book. I'd rather be spending that time watching the movie. That's why I bought the set in the first place, dang it. And then on the inside, some of these I cannot show off. So I got to kind of guard which ones I can, which ones I can't. It comes with a whole bunch of art cards. Boom, boom. I think I even put these in an order to where, okay, those are all that I can show. These two, you're not going to see because they got boobies on them. So you can't see them. You can't see them on this. You got to buy the set if you want to see the goods. You know what I'm saying? You got to buy dinner first, okay? Here is a nice one shot of everything that there is to offer in this box set. And I love Umbrella's O cards because they fit inside the box like so. They're normally, when they come, they're on the back of the box with a little bitty like sticky tack that never does any damage to the box, which is great. But all of these are also numbered, which is why I like to keep them. I got number 525 out of 2,500 copies. So they've sold through a fifth so far. Not sure how many are left, but I don't know. This is a cool looking set, and since they've already announced volume 2, I'm curious how many volumes they're going to do out of these. I know they have like an Ozploitations Classic that already has 3 volumes announced. Just cool to see. I'm a big sucker for cool, unique box sets like that. But now let's go over a movie that I haven't seen. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you are on Instagram, you probably should. I post a whole bunch of exclusive stuff just on Instagram, including stories. And one of my stories was I had you guys vote and choose what movie I watched that night. It was either going to be Roadhouse or St. Elmo's Fire. Landslide people told me to watch Roadhouse, so I did, and I loved it. Have not watched St. Elmo's Fire, have never seen St. Elmo's Fire. I wanted to have an 80s movie blind watch. After looking on Letterboxd, not a lot of people like this movie, which I'm shocked about because I've heard of this movie. It's from that Brat Pack scene, directed by Joel Schumacher, I believe it is, yeah. Again, don't really know anything about this movie. 7 friends, recent college grads, are searching for a place in the real world as they face issues of career and commitment. I mean, I am in my mid-30s. I remember being in that spot. I feel like this would be a fun movie to reminisce in and like go back to 80s times of lore. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot, even though people have been crapping on that movie on Letterboxd, which is shocking to me. I'll give it a shot. Why not? Why not? I also picked up a bunch of stuff from the latest Vinegar Syndrome website sale that they had. I had one in my hand. I want to show this off to you early in the video because I'm so happy. I'm so happy I have Enter the Void in my life once again in the collection in this amazing box set. I almost didn't pull the trigger, even though I love this movie, because this set was $40. And I was hoping that I could sit on my hands for a while and get it for a cheaper price. This sucker was selling like hotcakes, folks. And I bought this when there were like 150 copies left. I'm like, I don't want to miss out on this. Don't be stupid, Jake. You're going to be killing yourself if you mess this opportunity to buy a great box set for Enter the Void, a movie that I watched when it originally came out. I was in college and I worked at Hollywood Video at the time. And it's one of those movies, I watched a lot of blind buys at Hollywood Video because I would just bring a couple home with me, pop them in, do the dang thing. And Enter the Void is one that I popped on. And my girlfriend at the time, my wife and I were just like, what am I watching? It starts with like a huge, just like shotgun shell approach, more like a assault rifle approach of like colors and fonts that are just shooting at you at the beginning for a credits scene. Amazing. And then the overhead scene. There's so much great cinematography in this movie. Highly recommend. Actually, I don't know if I recommend it yet or not. Early 20s Jake recommends this. I need to rewatch it because it's been far too long since I've had. Oh my god, the letters on the spine are embossed. Oh, that is nice. That feels good on the fingies. Nothing on the back here. That's a little disconcerting. There's a little bit of sheen and shine on the back. Nothing crazy, but this is crazy. Look at all of the nice holographic. What do they call it on Pokemon cards? Holographic, right? Yeah, holographic, shiny stuff. Even on the back too, on the lettering. Look at that. Very, very cool. Cannot wait to rewatch this sucker. There's 2 cuts of the film. I want to say I've only seen the theatrical. I don't think I've seen the director's. Boom, boom, boom. I've only seen the movie once, and it's one of those that has been in my brain ever since. I even talked to my wife about this. Like, I showed this to her. I'm like, do you remember Enter the Void? She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, you don't remember Enter the Void? Like, it's crazy how, even though, like, some people go through life the same and see the same things, it's still percepted differently, which is always nuts. And then the booklet, which, again, I will never read in my entire life. Even though I love this movie, it's never going to get read by me. At least I can do this. So many colors. So many colors. Imagine like this in the intro. Boom, 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 boom. Except 1,000 times better, okay? It's nothing like what I just showed. I'm just excited that I have this in the collection. And even though I had to pay $40 to get a Blu-ray, I've been told that the director never wants this movie in 4K. So hopefully, I mean, not hopefully it doesn't happen. If it happens, that's great. But at least packaging-wise, I'm very happy to add this into the collection. I'm very happy to add this to my Vinegar Syndrome collection from IFC Films. I did not remember this being an IFC Films release. 2 more movies that I got from Vinegar Syndrome. Let's just go through these back to back. I got The Tenant, Roman Polanski. It was at a price that was still a little bit on the expensive side. I want to say this was 30-ish. I don't remember 1,000% what this price was, but I'm a sucker for cool ass packaging. And as soon as this was a little bit on sale, you can listen, there's magnets in here. Oh, that's nice. As soon as I saw even like a little bit of a dip in price on this sucker, I got it. Roman Polanski is a very hot button subject matter of a director because of everything that he has done in his life. It's even hard to talk about on here. I will leave my feelings to myself. The guy seemed like, you know, not the greatest for what he was doing, and he has not come back to the US for a reason. But I still want to give this movie a shot. We got a 4K and a Blu-ray on the inside right here. I love the different artwork, the original poster artwork you can go off of here. I don't know too much about this movie either. I'm going to go in blind. I've heard mixed things about this movie as well. It also comes with a book that I'm never going to get out of here because there's no need, and I don't need to show that off. So there is The Tenant. Very cool packaging. Is the movie going to be as cool as the packaging? I don't know. Let's close the door on that release and go over the last movie that I got from Vinegar Syndrome, a movie I've never seen before, and it's been bugging me. Ever since I've seen Reanimator, I've been a big fan of that entire franchise, and I needed to see From Beyond. Like, I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about this movie, especially if you like Reanimator, you will like From Beyond. I'm a huge practical effects nut, and from what I've seen that happens in this movie, and I don't know a lot about it, just very H.P. Lovecraftian, that type of thing. But from what I have seen from images of this movie, I'm gonna fall head over heels for it, and cannot wait to add it. This was like $22. I never bought this on its own because it didn't have a slipcover, because the slipcover sold out. I'm not the biggest fan of this slipcover, but at least it has a slipcover in the collection. So it's gonna bother me a lot less than if this was just like in the collection like so, because I feel like From Beyond needs to have some type of great presence in the collection, and it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look glorious, if you will. Let's go from Vinegar Syndrome quickly over what I got in the latest Criterion pickups from their latest sale that's still currently going on. I already made a video about this, so go watch that. If you want to see like the innards of all of these, I got No Country for Old Men. Love this movie with a passion. Had to have the 4K in the collection. Cannot wait to watch how good that looks. Next up, we have Trainspotting. Danny Boyle in this very uniquely odd packaging that I probably don't like more than I like, but it's still unique nonetheless. Had never seen this movie. It's a blind spot for me. Had to change that pronto. And another blind spot for me from a director that I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but the ones that I have I really like. We got Real Life from Albert Brooks. Yes, an Albert Brooks movie. Any comedy on 4K I'm trying to champion because I love that. I love that genre. I love 4K, even though there's not a lot of great moments to absolutely pop and sing from explosions or gunfire or anything like that. I'm still happy that comedies are getting the 4K treatment. More of this, please. Speaking of which, a 4K release for a comedy. I got American Pie 2, and I've seen the American Pie 2 transfer. It looks great. It looks just like the American Pie one that 88 Films did. I was a huge fan of that. But again, my region-free player broke. So I haven't been able to watch any of the dang special features on here, which again, just sucks. But I got this release, from themovieroom.com. Again, Steelbook 10 is the discount code if you want to add this to your collection as well. It's still shocking to me how 88 Films is putting out these movies and giving them the amazing box set treatments like so. I decided to switch over the artwork because the artwork that was originally on the case was just this again, and I wanted something a little bit different, especially since the 4K case is black. You're not going to be able to see this anyway. Give me a little bit of differentiation. There is the 4K and Blu-ray right there. Again, wish that I could watch the special features on this release, but this is my type of book. You ready? This is my type. I kind of super glued myself to myself. I wish this verbiage was on the actual box and like these are just switched. I remember this quote more than I do this one, but beggars can't be choosers. They have both on here. But look at this book. They know its audience. They understood the assignment. It's all pictures. Yes, please. More of this, please. Thank you, 88 Films, for doing the Lord's work. And then last but not least, you get, it looks like a postcard. It's not a postcard, but it kind of looks like a postcard. Just the one card, which I'm happy with. I feel like a lot of these releases just give you cards to throw in there, and cards have never been a big selling factor for me personally. I wish they would kind of take that and put more special features on their releases, but you know, to each their own. Some people might love these cards. I don't have any Arrow. Actually, I have one Arrow video that I can talk about a little bit later. Posters that are in there. I just saw bearded film guy. He actually framed those posters, and I didn't realize they made frames in that size to put them in, because he's the only person that I actually know of that does something with their Arrow video posters. Maybe I will now that I know the frames are up. They're that small enough to where I feel like I can put them right by my couch. There's some pictures in there that are so old that I do not like, that maybe I just buy those frames and put them up and change them every so often. We'll see, because his looked very nice. His whole aesthetic looks nice. If you're not following Bearded Film Guy, highly recommend it, because he just puts a lot of like love and care and high definition into his collection videos, and they look great. They look great. I'm Steelbook obsessed, and I haven't shown off any Steelbooks yet. What? I have a bunch of Steelbooks to show off. So let's first go over Jaws. Jaws, the 50th Anniversary Collection Steelbook. I enjoyed this Steelbook quite a bit. I think it looks mighty, mighty nice. The nice collage aesthetic right here. Here's the front and back, like so. The back is a little whatever, just the beach closed sign, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. The inside, this is a 3-disc set. You got the 4K of Jaws, you got the Blu-ray of Jaws, and then you have the new Jaws at 50, which I have not watched yet, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I haven't watched it yet, because it's a whole new documentary. Like, this is the main selling factor of this Jaws 50th Anniversary Edition, is the documentary. And I haven't watched it yet. Come on, Jacob. There's the J card right here. Boom, boom, boom. Big fan of Jaws. Watched it the first time like 3 years ago. When COVID was heavy, the drive-in that is closest to us, which is like half an hour away, 40 minutes away, they were showing a whole bunch of old movies, and one of them was Jaws. So the first time I watched Jaws was at a drive-in, and I fell in love with the movie. And I've seen it one other time since then on 4K. The 4K disc looks phenomenal. Now I just need to watch that documentary to see how the magic was made and crafted and all that jazz. Looking forward to it, that's for sure. I should do another Steelbook, and let's go over this Steelbook very, very quickly. We got Snow White. Got Snow White right here. I've heard nothing but horrendous things about this movie. Even though my kids watched this movie without me, I was at work. It's summer vacation. You got to make sure the kids are entertained. As soon as I got this in, they wanted to watch it. They liked it. They seemed to like the new edition, and this made them go and rewatch the classic animated edition, which that's worth it to me alone. That's worth this movie existing, is so they can go back and see the OG, which they did say they liked better than the remake. Made my heart happy right there. Side tangent, we watched the Lilo and Stitch remake in theaters. I'm not a big fan of the live action remakes. I don't think they bring a lot to the table. There's also an interview with Zach Galifianakis who said that they weren't able to go off the script when they were shooting this movie because of the writer's strike. That explains a lot about the movie. It just felt soulless and like they couldn't ad-lib or anything. Making Zach Galifianakis not ad-lib is such a crime to me. I have nothing to say on Snow White, so I'm talking about Lilo and Stitch, okay? It came out this year as well, live action. If you've seen Snow White, let me know in the comments what you think. There's a Making Snow White documentary on the back, which is cool. Yeah, I have nothing to say about that movie. So let's go on very quickly. Here's a movie that I found at Walmart. I looked over their new retro VHS slipcovers. I didn't buy any of those. I think they're fine, but they weren't cool enough for me to actually pick up and add to the collection. But right next to one was a Scream Factory release. A $10 Scream Factory release of Nosferatu, of Klaus Kinski's Nosferatu, directed by Werner Herzog. And Klaus Kinski, I didn't really know who the hell he was until Kino Lorber put out a movie called Crawl Space. And I watched that movie. Movie was okay, but Klaus Kinski was insane. Like, I could not take my eyes off of the man. So I've been slowly trying to add more movies into the collection from him. I got the Venom 4K that he's in. Nosferatu, him as Nosferatu sounds delicious. It sounds like it's going to be such a messed up time. And now I've seen two different versions of Nosferatu, the original and the Eggers version. Let's throw a third in the mix, huh? Let's throw a third in the mix. And a new, or not new, this is very old, but new to me Scream Factory release for $10 that I found at Walmart. Yes, please. I will put my money where my mouth is and actually pay to have this because I want to make sure that at least I am making sure Walmart knows that this is the stuff I want. I want boutique releases. The slipcovers, whatever. I mean, it's cool, but they do that a lot. They do that a lot. At least there's 4K slipcovers in the mix. If there was a 4K slip, or if there was a 4K movie that I needed that had those slips, I would have dipped it. But I had all the movies that I wanted that were in that format. So there you go. Let's go over another Umbrella Entertainment release. Let's do it. I'm wearing the shirt that I got. You can't even see it yet, but let me show this off first. Wake in Fright. I have not seen this movie yet. I plan on doing so this week. I love this. You ready for this? What color do you think this is? I probably just showed you. If you guess blue, you're correct. It's cool stuff like this that Umbrella does. They're so unique with their packaging. I absolutely frackin' love it. This movie had a whole bunch of physical goodies that you could buy separately from this box set. Like, I have Wake and Fright t-shirt that you can't really see, but this t-shirt rocks. Umbrella has a lot of cool t-shirts because the front and back both slap so dang hard. This one is so cool. And then they also sent me a whole bunch of stuff, including a koozie that I'm using for my bubbly, the Yabba. And I'm hoping that I like the movie because I've got a lot of stuff from Wake and Fright. I'm gonna take a sip. And yeah, I love how Umbrella is an Australian-based company. They are trying to preserve as many Australian movies as they possibly can. This is a classic from 1972, I believe. I love how this looks like desert and also beer because of the Yabba, the bar that they go to. Have a drink, mate. I don't know. Just cool aesthetic. And again, there's no embossing, but it's like a spot gloss on the spine that makes it look so nice and a little bit like grippy as well. Cool stuff. Here is a picture of the original artwork that is on the actual case of the movie. Donald Pleasance is in this movie very randomly. There's the 4K. There's the Blu-ray. It comes with a coaster. Again, from the Yaba. And then it also has a poster. There's a very risque scene, I guess in Australia it was called Outback, because on the back of my shirt it also says Outback, but on the front it says Wake and Fright. I need to watch it. There's a lot of these movies that I've received from Umbrella that I've never heard of before that are from Australia that I've really enjoyed. I'm hoping that this one adds it to that echelon for sure. Dead End Drive-In. That was another fun one. That was only released from Australia, or known in Australia. Comes with not one, but 2 hardbound books. Love it. Always love to see it, even though I'm not going to read it. If I want to hold it, I'd rather have a hardbound book, mate, than a softbound book. This is a novelization, or not a novelization of the movie. The book Wake and Fright, they made into the movie Wake and Fright, or Outback. This is the novel Wake and Fright, which is very, very cool. And then there's an even thicker book. I love that artwork. That's Donald Pleasance too. Spoilers, I guess? I've never seen the movie. I'm assuming that's a spoiler, that he's dead with the coins over his eyes. It has a whole bunch of images, boom, glossy goodness, some scripts in there as well. Very, very cool. Umbrella makes some cool book releases, even if they're not my thing. They also have a whole bunch, oh god, if I don't spill them all over the place, whole bunch of art cards from the movie, right here, the Yaba. Boom, boom. These are kind of sticking together even. Boom, boom, boom. There's that. And in this edition right here, here's the O card as well. I got number 8, am I covering it? 852 out of 2000? 853 out of 2000, excuse me. Excuse me. But there is Wake and Fright. If you've seen this movie, let me know in the comments, because I'm very, very curious how this movie is. I watched the trailer because I wanted to know a little bit about it before I started talking about it in my unboxing video that I did for it. Again, Donald Pleasance, I saw, but I also saw a man fighting a kangaroo. Like, they were both doing like the old man boxy thing, like, you see? So it just had me chuckling a little bit, like, oh my god, okay, that type of movie. That sounds like a fun time, does it not? Let's go over, which one should we do next? There's a couple Kinos in here. Let's go over one of the Kinos. First off, from Milestone, which is like a Kino sub-label that they have, we have Made in New Jersey, films from Fort Lee, which is a very cool set that really only Kino Lorber does in like a slim pack like this. This has 16 movies inside of it, 14 movies, 2 documentaries about America's first film town, Fort Lee. Some of the movies that are included are The Vampire, the legendary The Vampire, which introduces Alice Hollister as the first vamp, or femme fatale, excuse me. The earliest surviving film version of Robin Hood, and a new 4K restoration of Edgar J. Ulmer's Ukrainian operatic Kazakh in Exile. Never heard of that last one, but the first 2 seemed very interesting to me. And the documentaries in here also seem very cool. Love how Kino Lorber continues to put out this type of material. Sometimes I want to watch a movie like Roadhouse where I can turn my brain off and have a good time. Some other times I want to turn the exact opposite lever and do my film homework. And try to like feed my brain a little bit of info. That's when this one's going to come into play. One that is not going to come into play with that is The Waves of Madness, again from Umbrella Entertainment. Didn't know anything about this movie either, but this actually meshes 2 different genres of not even movies, of like entertainment, I guess. It meshes the classic side-scrolling video games and timeless black and white terror of 1930s monster movies. Like this, very Cthulhu inspired, but the vibes that the images gave me on the slipcover, very Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the cutscenes from Resident Evil. That I don't know. I am intrigued by this movie so much. The runtime, only 68 minutes. Always a good thing in my book to have a very brisk runtime, so I can go in, go out, and hopefully remember what happens in the movie and have a good time and can say good things. But I have not seen this just yet, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. But I will say it's very unique. And on standard releases like this from Umbrella, they come on a J card like this, but all of the same info that is on those O cards of the box set are on the J cards. And this is very limited. I got number 309 out of only 500 editions total. Very, very interesting here. Yeah, Waves of Madness. I'm intrigued. Next up, let's go over an Arrow video release, UK release again, which I got from themovieroom.com. It's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. This movie I already owned because I love this movie with a passion. I did not own the movie on 4K, and for shame for me, because if you've never seen The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, highly, highly recommend it. I feel like nobody ever talks about this movie, and it's great. It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't even want to tell you anything. I mean, of course, it's like a heist almost, like they're robbing a train, and it's just like a cat and mouse game. We're going to kill one passenger a minute until New York City pays us $1 million, is the quote right here. We got Walter Matthau as like the main cop. Not cop, he's like the main conductor of the train station. Just very, very fun vibes throughout this movie. Very heart pounding, pulse pounding, I guess is what they say. Very intense suspense. And I'm a big fan of the heist movie genre, and this is one that is very, very unique. I haven't seen the remake with Denzel, and who else is in that? Denzel's the main one that I remember. To me, I don't know. I've seen this one, and I didn't need another retelling, because even though this is made in the 70s, it's still timeless, and I would rather have that stamp on there and go back to this one, as opposed to watching a remake telling me the same story. John Travolta, I think, is also in the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 remake. Again, I've never seen it, but I think I remember him on the posters. We've got another Steelbook alert. Let's do this one, because Megan 2, I don't know when this is coming out. It might be out already. Here is Megan on Steelbook. Yeah, I love the first Megan. Again, Letterboxd review over there. It's fine. It's kind of shocking that it got a sequel. It's kind of shocking that it got a sequel that's coming out in the summer as like a blockbuster. Hold on to your vaginas. Like, is it trying too hard? I think so. But is that what I want from a Megan sequel? I don't think I wanted a Megan sequel. But this Steelbook, if you're a fan of the movie, just conceptually, it looks great. It looks like you're buying Megan the doll, boom, and there is some debossing effects going on as well to make it look like she is like underneath the ribbon right here. Very, very cool stuff. On the inside, that concept continues with some info on Megan right here. It also comes with a 4K and Blu-ray disc. You can buy this at Walmart now, I believe. So just, yeah. If you like the movie, very, very cool Steelbook that you can own in your collection. Let's go over an MVD movie, shall we? We have Terminus! Terminus on Blu-ray. Don't know anything about this movie, if I'm being honest. I do like the MVD Rewind collection, but half the movies that get released in said collection look absolutely bonkers. This looks like a Mad Max ripoff, but it has Karen Allen in it, and I love Karen Allen. Is it worth a shot to watch because of Karen Allen alone? I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie, but if you do, persuade me in the comments if you like this movie on if I should watch it, or if I should stay away and go to any of the other movies that I'm showing you before Terminus. Another Kino movie. This is a documentary about the blues scene, the blues under the skin. In the early 1970s, during a resurgence of interest in the Delta blues, celebrated music documentarian Robert Mathieusz traveled throughout the Deep South to capture on film the remnants of the authentic American blues. It's got B.B. King, it's got Buddy Guy, it's got Sonny Terry, it's got a whole bunch of people I've never heard of before, but I've heard of B.B. King and Buddy Guy. And if you've seen Sinners and you're kind of wanting to scratch that itch once again on the blues genre, kind of like myself, I feel like this documentary is going to be great. Never seen it, but kind of can't wait to. we have a couple of Eureka titles. We have a double feature of The Urnick and The Deadly Knives. Again, don't know too much about this either, but Eureka constantly puts out great looking releases, and I feel like they don't get talked about enough in the physical media community. I know a lot of them that get released in the US, they are Kung Fu related, which that's why I don't talk a lot about them, because I'm very novice in the Kung Fu genre as a whole. I need to change that about myself. Again, it's a double feature of sorts. The other side, I guess I didn't show that off, is the other movie right there. Again, another cool feature about this release. Very nice. And the other one that I have from them, Hong Kong, 1941. I'm a sucker for seeing like the Japanese side of things from World War II. Letters from Iwo Jima I watched in theaters with a bunch of friends in high school, and then a couple of their dads, and a couple of their dads were really old. Like in their 70s, like their mid 70s. If that's not old to you, I apologize. But just seeing them kind of watch that movie, like, really stuck a chord in me. And there's not a lot of movies that I've seen that have the or telling of World War II from the Japanese perspective. I kind of can't wait to watch Hong Kong 1941. And I'm trying to watch 50 foreign films this year. Chow Yun-fat is in this movie. Very, very cool. Yeah, I feel like I need to watch this one. It looks very intriguing to me. So, yeah, I will get around to that. For sure, for sure. Next movie we got on 4K from Universal. There it is. I hope you know Beastie Boys stuff. That's how I've said this title every single time I've seen it. And I actually watched this movie in theaters. Thought it was fine, a little predictable. The trailer gave away so much. And that was probably my biggest hiccup from the movie, is that you need to get people in the theater to watch it. But I knew, like, it gave away like 4/5 of the movie. Like when the glass breaks and she's falling and she's about to fall out of the restaurant, that's like in the last half hour of the movie. Like, I hate when trailers show too much. And if I didn't know anything about Drop, I think I would have liked it a heck of a lot more. I'm hoping this sits on the shelf for 3-4 years. My memories get washed away from me because I'm an old man. My brain's terrible. That I pop this sucker back in again, and I like it more than I did the first time around because I think it's possible. I really do. The story is fun. I really like Christopher Landon as a director, and yeah, just original storytelling, especially in theaters, is getting few and far between, and I have to champion them if I think that they look fun. And this was fun. I just wanted a little bit more out of it because I knew from the trailer what was going on. Let's get into some meat and potatoes here, folks. I have 2 different editions of The Nice Guys from Second Sight Films. I got the standard 4K edition, which I was happy enough with keeping, because if you don't know me, Second Sight Films, I just want the disc, because Second Sight Films does the best. I'm going to say they're my favorite when it comes to transfers in 4K. Second to none. They just consistently make my jaw drop with what they put on their disc. They look great. Packaging wise for this stuff, I could go either way on it, but I love The Nice Guys. I love The Nice Guys. At least I thought I loved The Nice Guys. I hadn't watched it for a very long time, but as soon as this got announced, I knew I needed, again, shelf presence in the collection. I'm going to just set this up because this looks a heck of a lot nicer than this. I just do not like the digipack stuff that they use for their packaging. That's why I would much rather go this route than this route, because I like big beefy box sets, but again, for Second Sight, I just want the disc. I've had a chance to watch this. I'm gonna do a video review on this release, but I'm so happy that I went with this route for this release. Again, I got this specific release from themovieroom.com. Use discount code SteelBook10 to save 10%. If there's any stock left in their website, pick this up. Again, original storytelling from directors that I love. Shane Black he's got a very checkered filmography for me. I thought I loved Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That movie got a 4K release. I rewatched that. Didn't really like it, or it didn't get a 4K. I just rewatched it, I think. I can't remember. I think I watched it over Christmas. I didn't like it as much as I thought I did when it originally came out. There's my Letterboxd review. I was nervous that The Nice Guys was going to do the same thing. Thankfully, it did not. Love this movie. Love this movie. I'm going to hide my Letterboxd review for the actual review that I'm going to do for this physical media release, because boy howdy, it's a stunner. It's a stunner from start to finish. It comes with a great looking book, which again, the artwork is a little bit different than this hard box packaging, which is great. Same art style, different artwork. Always win in my book. There's artwork on the back. Nice hard cover book once again, with some goodies to be had. I should be a little bit careful here. So there it is. How do you like my car, big boy? The brutal absurdity of The Nice Guys. Very cool. I don't know. I feel like I might read some of these just because I love this movie so much. It also comes with some pretty cool looking character cards. I like the theme that this is going off of. There's a lot of these cards that I don't like. I don't mind this one. I think this one is pretty cool. And if there was, I might keep one of these out to go with the Kurt Russells. Oh god, there we go. The Kurt Russells, the Sam Rockwells, and the Joey Pants right up there. I don't know if there's any mustaches that could join this. I mean, I guess that's a hell of a mustache from Ryan Gosling. Maybe, possibly, yeah. Let's do it. I'm just gonna keep it out. I'm just gonna keep it out just in case. He might be added to the backdrop here. I don't know. This movie is so fun. It's movies like this don't get made, and when I was watching this, I noticed specifically in the opening credits, all of the production houses that got this movie made are like not there. They're not a thing anymore. Warner Brothers is really the only one that is still there. All of the other smaller production companies just shit the bed and tanked, which sucks. Talk more about The Nice Guys later, but if you're on the fence about picking it up, you should probably pick it up. Okay. We have 7-8 more movies to talk about. A lot of Steelbooks, so let's go over some Steelbooks. Got Friday Night Lights on 4K. This has been out for a while now. I like this movie quite a bit, and I didn't own it on 4K, so I picked up the Steelbook because I don't know. I like me some football. Played football in high school. Could have played in college. Decided not to. And you know, just like anybody looking back at times gone by, it's nice to reminisce on things like that. High school football. This is what this is. My high school days were never as big as like Texas high school football, but still fun nonetheless. I think I like the TV show Friday Night Lights better than the movie, but the movie's still good too. So it's fun to go back and watch that one. Speaking of Shane Black with The Nice Guys, I also have Lethal Weapon on 4K, and unfortunately, I don't know if you can see this. There you go. The corners are kind of like warped into each other, which sucks. That's just a bummer. This Steelbook's kind of a bummer. This Steelbook just seems safe when this movie was nothing. There's nothing safe about Lethal Weapon. So this, I wish was just the classic poster artwork, and I know that there's like a big beefy UK box set that I could have gotten from themovieroom.com. I decided not to because I had the Steelbook already. I feel like they're gonna release all 4 of these on 4K at some point, and I will probably pounce when that time comes. I haven't seen this edition, this transfer yet. It's on the list, okay? It has the theatrical and director's cut here. Again, Joel Silver and his explosions, man. My God. They are something to behold. The Steelbook is whatever, but the movie is awesome. And I can't wait to rewatch it. Here is a Arrow video title that I know nothing about, so I will go over this very, very quickly. We got Crumb Catcher, baby. Don't know anything. It says, I guess it doesn't say anything here. Chris Scotchdoppel is the director of this movie. Know nothing. Here is what the poster artwork looks like. I'm assuming that's Mr. Chris right there. After blacking out during his wedding night, Shane and his new wife Leah head to a remote house for their honeymoon. Their plans to find wedded bliss are hampered when there is a knock at the door. It's the waiter, John! And the bartender, Rose, from the reception blackmailing Shane for something he can't remember doing. As tensions escalate, it soon emerges that the blackmailers don't just want money. They're after business partners for their invention, a revolutionary device called the crumb catcher. Weird. Okay. Weird and wild stuff. This is also a newer movie, if I remember correctly. I think it came out last year, 2 years ago, something like that. Arrow Video has a weird track record of putting out, you know, classic movies and then newer movies. Kind of like an umbrella, to where like they're trying to put some hidden gem titles out there of newer releases. And having the Arrow Video stamp of approval is no small feat, and will make me watch this movie rather than like if I was like streaming and saw it. I would probably just continue to keep on streaming by. But now that it's in the collection, I have a better chance of popping this sucker in, especially since it's kind of like home invasion-y vibes, and I really like that subgenre. So we'll see how it goes. 4 movies left. Let's go over Fury. If I can take this guy off, there we go. Fury on glorious 4K. Did not own this on 4K. Have the Blu-ray Steelbook that pretty much uses this exact same artwork. In fact, can I get it? Oh, gotta get my Inglorious Bastards bat out of the way. But here is the Blu-ray Steelbook. Like, look how similar these are. Blu-ray, 4K. Blu-ray, 4K. I kind of like the way the Blu-ray looks, how backed or how zoomed out it looks as opposed to this. But I like the gloss from this. And even the backs. Zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out, zoomed in. I don't know. Weird. Like, I feel like there's a lot of cool imagery from this movie that they're just like playing the same. I like this movie quite a bit. I think it's one of David Ayer's best. It's a great, what do they call that? Like, the majority of it stays in one location, inside of a tank where they're just stuck there and they can't do anything. So it's a very small, condensed movie where the cast of characters definitely has the weight on their shoulder to carry the entire movie. And when your cast of characters include John Bernthal and Shia LaBeouf and Logan Lerman and Michael Pena and Brad Pitt, it's just, I don't know. There's so many great performances in this movie. I want to say Shia LaBeouf is like God, I can't even remember. One of those actors that doesn't come out of character. And he was so in character when he was making this movie that he pulled out one of his teeth with pliers. Just so, because he thought that his character would have a missing tooth right there. Like, the dude's a maniac. But I love Shia LaBeouf, even though he is fucking weird. Very, very weird. I still enjoy him as an actor. And yeah, I cannot wait to watch Fury. I bet the 4K looks insane. And I cannot wait to see it for myself. 3 more Steelbooks left. Let's go over this one first. We have a Minecraft movie on glorious 4K. Love this. Love this. Love this. Did not think I would love it when I first saw the images. Movie I did not love. My kids love it. Movie I do not love. But I knew I had to have it in the collection because my kids like it so much. This is like a very Where's Waldo approach to the Steelbook. And to have like so many individual gloss pops on it as well, it's just nice. There's creepers on the inside. You get a 4K and Blu-ray disc, which is always nice and not expected anymore in 2025, which is terrible. But at least if you get a Minecraft movie, you get a Blu-ray as well. I got one new addition from Deaf Crocodile, and that is The Tragedy of Man. I am a sucker for animation, animated anything, and I'm trying to watch 54 in films like I've already said today. God, where's this from? I want to say Germany. It's a long sucker. It's 160 minutes, but there's so many different types of animation styles in here. I'd never heard of this movie because, again, Deaf Crocodile does this. They put out great, gorgeous box sets for movies I've never heard of before. But when flipping through some of like the imagery in here, I'm like, dang, all of this is in the same movie? This many different animation styles is in this movie? Like, what? I'm intrigued, and I cannot wait to watch this because I love me some animation, especially if I can mark it off my 54 in films list. I feel like half the ones that I've seen so far have been animated. My favorite has been Felidae, and that's from Deaf Crocodile as well. yeah, just cool releases, and they don't charge an arm and a leg for said releases for a great looking release like this. Highly recommend Deaf Crocodile. If that type of, like, if you're a fan of animation as well, they've got a lot of great movies to choose from. But last but not least, the last movie that I will talk about is getting a reboot here soon that looks terrible. Like, the trailers look really, really bad. I'm hoping it's not bad. I'm rooting for it because I had a really fun time watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I watched them last summer, as a matter of fact, when the original 4Ks came out. Do I have that close? I do. This has already had a 4K release on a slipcover, but they decided to do a re-release on Steelbook because of the new reboot that is coming out. Steelbook, you know, classic poster artwork right here. There's the front, there's the back. The inside with the I Know What You Did Last Summer card right here. This movie is a load of fun. I even had a load of fun with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, the Rastafarian Jack Black of it all is just crazy. But I've never seen the third one, and I know I'm gonna go see the new one, but I don't have high hopes for it. But I'm hoping it's good. I just don't think it's gonna be, but we'll see. But that's everything that I have to show off this edition of New Release Roundup, the 33rd edition of New Release Roundup. I've done a lot of these. I like doing the long form stuff. This video is about an hour long. That's my sweet spot. Sweet Spot gets it knocked out of the park for me. I love talking about physical media for as long as I can because I don't get to talk about it a lot in my normal everyday life. But at least you guys like to watch it, and that's enough for me. Thank you for watching this far, and until next time, I'll see you.